Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be doing the first update for the Pan Those Eyeshadows Project Pan. If you are new, welcome. I am so excited that you decided to hang out with us today. I do a ton of project panning as well as other beauty related content, so if that's something that you are into, you are in the right place. And if you are a returning fan, hi, hello, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here too. So this is a eyeshadow focused project pan that was created many years ago now by Alexy. She will be linked in the description box below. And I actually discovered this project through Rebecca Morgan, who I always give such a loving shout out to every time I basically do anything. I feel like she inspires so much in what I have done over the years, and I'm very grateful to her and to everybody else that really got me into project panning. So what I love about this project is that everybody has really taken sort of the core tenet of this project and really made it their own. And I have kind of done variations every single year. So let's talk a little bit about what my variations are this year. So I am currently working on 5 eyeshadows with the goal of hitting pan. However, if I have used a shadow 30 times and I still have not hit pan, I do have the option of rolling it out. I am choosing 4 palettes totally randomly, and then 1 palette I am pulling a shadow from that I'm already working on. I said that kind of funny. I'm pulling a shadow from a palette that I'm already working on in another project to try to help get more use out of each of my palettes instead of really just focusing in on one shadow and leaving the rest out. But also it helps sort of bring down the amount of items that I have to choose from every single day. So let's talk about what I'm currently working on. So the first shadow that I'm working on comes from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and the shade that I'm working on is the shade Cypress Umber, which is this shadow right here, this beautiful dark brown. That is what we're looking like now. I will go ahead and put up a picture of what it looked like at the intro. And I'm sad to say it doesn't look too much different. I have used this shadow 10 times since introducing it into this project. And for being an ABH shadow, I'm actually kind of surprised that it doesn't look more worn. ABH shadows are notoriously easy to hit pan on. I don't know. I am wearing it today along with quite a few other shadows, so it is what I have on the outer corner of my eye. I really enjoy the color. I really enjoyed this palette, but we still have a bit of a ways to go on it. The next shadow that I'm working on is also from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This comes to us from our Sultry palette, and the shade that I am working on is the shade Twig. I am also wearing it today. This is what it looks like, and again, not seeing much of a difference, which is terrifying. I've used this shadow 9 times since pulling it into this project, and it really doesn't look that much different. I think maybe I was underestimating it because of the reputation of ABH, but you guys know I tend to go in pretty light-handedly with my makeup, so I don't have it in the bag, that's for sure. The next shadow is from my limecrime Venus XL2 palette. I actually really like this palette a lot. However, I have only used this shadow twice. So the shadow that we are working on is this shadow right here called Locust. I don't know if you can see that because of the reflective quality of this packaging. It tends to throw off my camera a little bit, but there's honestly nothing to see because it looks really no different. So use that one twice, have a long ways to go on it. The next shadow is from my KVD Saints and Sinners palette. The shade that I randomly selected, let's see if I can open this without damaging it, is the shade down here called Cathedral. I've only used this shadow once since pulling it in, so you're not going to see any difference. I'm finding myself struggling with this palette though. Yes, it's got a lot of bright colors and it is very disorienting to look at. However, that's not the issue that I have when working with this palette. The issue that I'm running into is that there are not actually all that many mattes. Most of what look from a distance to be mattes are really very satiny shades. And I find those to be a little bit challenging when trying to pull together a complete eye look when using this palette. Yes, I have been known to put shimmers and satins in my crease and outer corner, but I don't always love it, and I'm finding myself being very challenged by the formula of these shades because it just all becomes very, I don't know, muddled, I guess. I don't really know if that's the right word that I want, but there are very few true mattes in this palette, and I'm finding myself struggling a little bit with it. So I have only used Cathedral once, and I have, as I keep saying, a long ways to go. The last shadow is from this right here. This is one of the palettes that was previously in another project, and I randomly selected it, and the shade that I got is this one right here called Artist's Pass. Really pretty duochrome sort of shade. I actually really adore this palette so much. This is the Too Faced Life's a Festival Peace, Love, and Unicorns palette. I've used this shade twice since bringing it into this project. I have to say, I don't think that this palette got the love that it deserves. And I think it's because of the packaging. These shadows are actually so nice, and they are approachable duochromes. Like, these are shadows that you could wear on the daily to work and it wouldn't be over the top or a miss. And I do think that this palette would have gotten so much more love and attention, especially because I feel like it was kind of ahead of its time in that way. But because the packaging is just so fun and whimsical and childlike, I don't think it got enough love. But excellent palette. If you have it in your collection, break it out and play with it, because I think that you'll be pleasantly reminded what a lovely palette it is. However, what that means is that nothing is leaving and nothing new is coming in. I'll be honest, I'm disappointed, but I'm not terribly surprised. I've only been working on this project for a month now. And again, you guys know that it takes me forever to hit pan and things, and I'm working on a lot of eyeshadows as it is. So I've got these 5 palettes here, plus another 2 palettes that are technically in projects. And then I have my focus palette that I built for February. I want to say, is that all? Are there more? It's possible. So yeah, I've got a lot that's going on, and I have really enjoyed using these palettes. I just wish that I had more visible progress to show you guys, especially in those 2 ABH palettes. I really expected to have at least dips going by now, and I don't really see them. So we'll see what March holds for us, but hopefully we'll have a bit of a more exciting update next month. So there we have it, short and sweet. Everything that I am working on that is available will be linked in the description box below, as well as everything that I am wearing. And if you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you will consider doing so. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.